Today is Wednesday, Parashat Chayei. Parashat of this week tells us about the marriage of Itzhak Avinu and Rivka Imenu, and he describes their first encounter. The first impressions are sometimes so important. What does Rivka see? She sees a person who's described in the pasuk, Vayitze Yitzchak lasuach basadeh. Yitzchak went to pray in the field. Itzhak Avinu gave us the tefillah of mincha, and the first impression is a man who's dedicated to prayer. And if we were talking about like the different prayers, shachrit, mincha, and arvit, mincha is really the symbol of dedication to prayer in a sense, because shachrit is before your day starts, arvit is after your day, work a day is over. Mincha, many times even in the winter time, you have to stop still in the middle of your work day to go to pray mincha. And she sees a man who's devoted to prayer. That's Itzhak Avinu, and that's her first impression. On the other hand, when she sees Yitzchak, what does he see? His first impression, the pasuk says, "Vatikach hatzaif vatitkas." She took her scarf and she covered herself. She covered her physicality. She covered herself, and he saw a lady who's has the quality of modesty in dress and modesty as a person in general. That's his first impression of Rivka. Then the pasuk tells us about they married. It says, "Vayive'eha Yitzchak ha'ohela Sarah imo." Yitzchak brought her to the tent of his mother Sarah. Vayikach et Rivka vatehili lo leisha. He took Rivka. He married Rivka. Vayehaveha, and then he loved her. Vayinachem Yitzchak acharei imo, and Yitzchak was consoled about his mother who had passed away recently. Well, according to our Chachamim, when he brought her to the tent of Sarah Imenu, he noticed that there were 3 miracles that took place again. There was a blessing in the dough, in other words, there was a beracha in the home. The candles that were lit on Friday night stayed lit throughout the whole week to the following Friday night. And there was a divine cloud that was above the tent like it was during the time of his mother Sarah. Well, these 3 ideas parallel 3 mitzvot: the mitzvah of Taharat HaMishpacha, the purity of the family, which is represented by the divine cloud above, the beracha in the food, in the dough, is parallel to the mitzvah of Hafrashat Challah, of separating the challah, and the candles of Shabbat is definitely a mitzvah that is incumbent mostly on the housewife, and the candles stayed lit. In other words, the inspiration of Shabbat continued to radiate throughout the whole following week, all the way into the following Shabbat. But the order of the words in the pasuk, it says, Va tehilo leisha. He married her, she became his wife, Vayehaveha, and he loved her. So the order here is first marriage and then love. And unfortunately, in Hollywood, many times it's the reverse. First, Vayehaveha, she's the subject of his love, and then he marries her. But as we know, if it's all about the looks of the person and not his character traits and his quality as a person, if it's only about the looks and only about love or infatuation, as they call it, and then afterwards marriage, then from the statistics in Hollywood, there's a lot of divorces, and it's not something that will be the guarantee of a happy marriage. But here we see that the idea, he married her, and then the love grew and developed even more as a husband and wife are able to do more and more for each other and are able to express the kindness to each other and care for each other. Then the love even develops even a lot more than was there at the beginning. And these are some of the hints in terms of a happy marriage that we find in the parasha of this week. Number 1, the character traits, the quality of the person, the essence of the person, more important than the physical aspects, and that love is something that develops and should continue to develop with time after marriage. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.